Chukiyuki.
Hello.
I had to say it because today... Sorry, finish your intro first.
Welcome to the Ketchup Corner, and today we are talking about...
Star Wars TV shows, finally.
We're finally getting to the shows. Today we are talking about two of probably the lesser-known shows.
They are Star Wars Vintage labeled, technically, in Disney+, which means they are not canon, which is ironic given some of the inspirations, you could say, for characters that you see in the sequels.
Yeah.
It feels like. We're talking about the cartoons, the American-Canadian cartoons, Ewoks and Droids. Two separate shows that were usually put together in a power hour type of thing. They were obviously made together to show a fun time. And I feel like that sums it up entirely. Right there, that yawn right there.
No, I think they're fun shows, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun. Okay.
I wasn't sure how you're going to feel about this, because quite frankly... Okay, spoilers. I did not watch the entire series. I know I suck. I never grew up with the series.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say. A lot of what I watched is when she was watching something. But I will say this. I have seen enough where I feel like I can get a glimpse into this, honestly. One is a straightforward adventure of, the droids being master to master before ending in the season finale, and the other is a bunch of Ewoks doing a bunch of Ewok things, and then some. Not the only Ewok-related media that we got in the 80s. There were the two live-action movies as well.
Which I didn't know about, so we're going to have to fit those in to watch them at some point.
I don't know if we can watch them anywhere. I don't know if they're anywhere noticeable.
We'll find
I'm
something.
sure we will find...
we
Legally.
will.
Disney.
Yeah, legally.
Fuck you, Disney. But anyways... Had to say that once this episode. I gotta say it again. Okay, so what do you want to start with first? Ewoks or droids? Are we gonna start with the one you have more to say about, or are we gonna start in, alphabetical order type shit?
I mean, I feel like I have about, as much to say about one as the other. Like, I have the same amount to say about both.
Okay.
They're both pretty straightforward shows.
Yeah, as cartoons were back then.
Yeah, let's start with droids.
Okay.
Because I feel like... I could clearly have a favorite, and we know which one it is, so why don't we start with the one that's not the favorite?
Okay, droids. You want to explain droids to us?
So, droids features R2-D2 and C-3PO, and exactly like Benson said, they're kind of on the hunt for a new master, and they find one in the first episode, and then it's kind of like an arc-style show, so, you get arcs in anime. This is, a different arc is every time they meet a new master.
13 episodes ending in a 44-minute special.
Yeah.
What did you think about this show?
I feel like I thought, this wouldn't have been my cup of tea when I was little. This is definitely something that I probably wouldn't have been drawn to, and it's not really something that I was drawn to now, but it was fun for what it was.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah,
I don't
didn't
get
like it.
No. I got a lot to say about both, but the first I'll say is the animation in Droids. Woof.
Yeah,
My
the animation
God.
wasn't the best. But I think, that's what you expected for that time with animation.
No, you don't. I have a lot of great animations from the 80s and 70s that are way better than Droids. This is just being cheap to push merchandise, and when I looked up stuff about it, a lot of reviews agreed with that. Both shows were nothing burgers that pushed merchandise, especially Droids. And you know what my biggest issue with Droids is? I don't know if you agree. It doesn't feel like it's C-3PO and R2-D2 centered. It's they meet a master, they help in their terror and plans, the end. They're still side characters, even though they're supposed to be the main characters.
Yeah, that is fair.
I don't see the hype behind this. I don't know if there's a fan club.
Yeah, well, I was reading that the voice actor for C-3PO would intentionally change lines.
Did he actually?
If he felt like there was something written that didn't fit his character, so I think he might have agreed with you. He didn't want to do the show in the first place.
I mean, I don't blame him. He's the only one from the original cast, I want to say.
Yeah.
He's literally just here to push merchandise. This isn't he's not even C-3PO in some regards. He's kind of I know C-3PO we always consider a stuck-up asshole at times, but he's just not entertaining a lot of the time here.
Yeah.
He whines more than usual.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think he whines the exact same amount.
I don't know. The only changed character is R2-D2, who became more of a terrorist.
Literally, one of the first few episodes, he makes a Yo Mama joke.
Do you want to talk about the clip that we saw?
Oh, yeah.
Poorly timed and poorly retrospected clip.
Okay, this was poorly... Yeah, like Benson just said, this
Out
did
of
not
context.
age well.
Out of context, oh boy. Even in context, oh boy.
So it's the 45-minute special.
Of course it is.
R2 and C-3PO are with their new master, and they're trying to save this village from the big bad. And R2, to do so, ends up flying his ship into a tower.
And C-3PO's exact words were, "Oh no, R2 is aiming for the tower."
Yeah, it definitely didn't age well.
Did not
but...
age well at all. Wow.
It's really bad.
It's just like the Mario movie from the 90s where Koopa basically took down towers. I mean, it's a little funny, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, R2 doing that is very R2 coded. Like, the only character they kept is R2-D2, I feel like.
Yeah, because R2-D2 is just the perfect character. Why would you change him?
Yeah, and I just don't like any of the masters in this.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the first one. I don't know if you really watched the first group. I liked them together, and I literally wrote in my notes that I liked their dynamic. I liked how R2 and C-3PO seemed to fit into that group really well, and they kind of, the group kind of just took them in like they had been there for years, and it was a really good dynamic. And then the group gets an opportunity that doesn't allow droids. Like, the droids, their memory would have to be erased, and they wouldn't be themselves. So the group decides not to take the offer, but then after overhearing C-3PO and R2 decide to sneak away and, like, leave them behind so that they can get their opportunity.
And this is a running theme throughout the show, right?
Yes.
That's so stupid, and it's such an excuse to, like, part ways with the master without any connect to the last ones.
Yeah, so this...
I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, is it not canon? Because
it's
when
not.
I looked
It's
it
vintage.
Up, okay.
Well, Ewoks and droids are weird, considering I looked up some notes, and it's technically vintage, which means it's not canon in the way Disney wants it to be. But there's a lot of callbacks to Ewoks and droid names and characters, and again, Kylo Ren's name feels kind of inspired from one of the main villains here.
Kybo Ren.
Kybo Ren.
Yeah.
And honestly, not entirely off character in some ways, other than the hissy fits.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you say it's not canon, because when I was looking into it and doing a little bit of research into it, it does say it has a spot in the timeline.
Yeah, it does,
it
for
takes
sure.
place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, but even when I was looking through it, it was saying that it doesn't fully line up with that, because they say something about their master,
Wedge Antilles.
Yeah.
Who is the captain that gets choked out by Vader in the beginning of A New Hope.
Yeah.
So either way, like, you want it fits in a timeline, but it's not canon either, and it's weird, and like, I think it was canon back then, but like now it isn't. I don't know. It's weird. I don't understand canonicity with Star Wars. It's like we talked about in the sequel trilogy episode. I don't fucking get it anymore. But I don't think, even if it is canon, I'd care enough. I just don't feel like I connected with this show.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think if I had to make a choice of which one I liked better, it was obviously Ewoks. I love Ewoks, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know, there was a lot that I just didn't really like. I finished it because it was only 13 episodes, and if it wasn't, I probably wouldn't have finished it. Like, the reason that it was canceled wasn't because people didn't like it, it was just production cost.
Yeah. And even then, I'm sorry again, the animation sucked.
Yeah, the animation wasn't great.
Both don't have great animation, but Droids got the worst. The action in this show, woof.
Yeah, there were a couple of scenes where...
That Kylo Ren arc was rough, especially.
There were a couple of
Yikes.
scenes where, like, there's two people on the screen, but only one of them is talking, and only one of them seems to be, like, moving. The other one's just kind of, like, painted still.
And then it's reacting, like, as they're talking when it's too late. It's a classic animation error, but also, like, you can't say that even, because a lot of classic animation still holds up so damn well. And, like, I'm sorry, I have to disagree. This is not typical of the animation back then. This is typical of low-budget animation back then. And unfortunately, Droids falls into that. But I am also mad because this is the weird case where two characters that become mainstays in the canon universe have an episode each. Boba Fett and IG-88, the two bounty hunters that appeared first in Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
This is your first encounter, technically, I think. Bless you. I know it's not, but I'm going to do it pretty salty. IG-88, your first encounter with him. The bounty hunter droid, technically, from Empire Strikes Back. He's huge, though, in many ways, quite frankly, in the lore of Star Wars. And obviously, you know Boba Fett.
Yes.
How did you feel about those two? Because those are, like, the only returning characters, you could say, in this entire series, other than 3PO and R2.
Yeah, I mean, I think Boba Fett got a little bit more screen time, didn't he?
He sure did! Sure did. Can't say it was great.
I mean, it wasn't great. The other times we've seen him. Again, I haven't watched Book of Boba Fett yet, so don't yell at me for that.
Okay. What about IG-88? This is your first encounter with him.
Yeah.
Other than him just kind of standing in the background like a stiff board. What was your thoughts on him?
I don't think I really had any. It was just, I don't think I really have, like, strong thoughts on this whole show in general.
It just is such a here, there, and back again.
Yeah.
And, like, it sucks because, like, you want to explore this galaxy, but they chose the lamest way to do it. Everything was just typical planet.
I think
like,
if you
monkey alien.
You have a show with two very well-loved Star Wars characters, you gotta do something with them. And, like, this is their chance to go off without a master, but all they're doing is going and finding new masters.
Like, they could be separated by Wedge and then go find him and run into all these guys along the way and then get separated. That's a better loophole than just finding a new master throughout.
Yeah, I agree. I liked their first master. Again, I liked that whole group dynamic. And I liked their second one. Their third one was good as well, but it just... Like, they could have done something on their own for once.
They just felt archaic, the Masters, too. I'm sorry. The ones I saw, especially, again, in the most complete arc I saw was the Kylo Ren arc. I'm sorry. They just felt so archaic, and I know that's, like, the typical children's cartoon storytelling back then, but it was so damn archaic.
Yeah. A couple things I want to talk about. Did you listen to the theme song at all?
It's actually written by... Because I did listen to the theme song when we were watching the Kylo Ren arcs that night. I do, and the theme song's there.
I don't like it.
Well, it's actually funny. Oh, yeah, please continue. Sorry, can I borrow your phone? Because
Yeah,
I need to fact check myself, but please continue your thoughts on the music and the theme song.
I didn't love it. Like, it fit the show, but I just don't think compared to another theme song that I'm going to talk about in a minute, it wasn't my cup of tea. I don't think it, like, I mean, like, it fit the vibe of the show.
Yes.
But it just, I think they could have done better with it.
Yes. They could have done better with this whole show, though, but here we are. Hold on, wait. I think, because this is important to me, the theme song is made by somebody. Please keep talking about droids if you have anything. Oh, wait, no, I think I found it. Okay, yes. Okay, here we go. Stuart, the theme song is made by Stuart Copeland.
Who's that?
The drummer of the Police.
Oh.
The band The Police.
Oh, the drummer of the Police.
Yes, he's the drummer of the whole encompassing police force that is known as America. Yes, totally. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, you're the one that said it. I don't know why you're yelling at me.
Actually, you probably know him better for this one. He made video game music for a specific series you played the remakes for. I think he came back for the remakes too, but the originals he definitely did. Do you want to take a guess?
Spyro?
Yeah.
Really?
Right off the bat, Spyro.
Wow.
He composed the iconic original Spyro soundtracks. I don't know if he came back for Reignited Trilogy, but he was the composer for the Spyro games. And it's funny, considering he is also the drummer again of the Police, and he made this theme song. It's a shame this is his least best work ever. I am sorry to say
Yeah,
it.
I didn't vibe with it.
It's like the 80s gone bad. And
Yeah.
I like synthesizers up the ass with the drumming. I don't even know if he's proud of this music. I don't know if he cares. I don't care about this TV show. This might be our shortest episode yet. We're already at 15 minutes. We're already done halfway there.
I know.
I don't have anything else to say about this show. Like, these shows aren't as in-depth as the other ones we're going to get to.
Yeah, it's tough to talk about these kind of shows.
Like, Star Wars shows, for better or for worse, have an agenda in regards to politics and pushing lore forward to some degree. Even Acolyte, and even in the case of Visions, which is an anthology series, there's some agenda of, like, themes they push forward that makes each episode work, despite the differences.
I know you're watching. A lot to say about that one already. We just started it.
Yeah, so, in my opinion, that's what makes a Star Wars show good. This was just a push merchandise around the time of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Because I think this came out after Return of the Jedi, if I remember correctly, obviously with the Ewoks. And they weren't doing much with Star Wars otherwise. You know what I mean? Like, afterwards, we get a shit ton of video games, but I don't think we got a single show after this until Phantom Menace struck in the bell of, hey, Star Wars is back, a decade or so later. So...
I mean, a couple of funny things. My favorite was R2-D2 making a Yo Mama joke by telling another droid that his mother is a trash compactor.
My God. That's very R2, actually.
It is so R2.
Like,
and it's so funny because obviously C-3PO is his translator to a lot of people. And this like guy's like, what did he just say to me? And C-3PO's like, I'd rather not say that. And he goes, tell me what he said. And then he goes, he said your maker is a trash compactor.
Oh. Well, I feel like this show was more of a way to propel their humor and not their character.
Agreed.
And in the case of R2, it works.
So it always works with R2.
Always. I mean, he hasn't had a non-funny movie he's been in, honestly. Is there anything else you want to say to this show? I got nothing.
The 80s fashion, to me, was so interesting to see.
Typical, like, sci-fi. You know what it reminds me of a lot of the time? Fucking He-Man.
I don't think I haven't
You've
seen
never
He-Man.
seen He-Man. Like, it reminds me a lot of He-Man and, like, a lot of typical action cartoon shows for dudes specifically back then. You know what I mean? It's very reminiscent of that type of stuff. Not a hemorrhoid, He-Man. I see you Googling. I am hemorrhoid. Watch out.
Hemorrhoid.
No. By the power of this asshole, I'm hemorrhoid. Wrong series. Add that to the wheel. Now that we've made this joke, you have to add it to the wheel.
Okay.
Okay, you're looking at He-Man. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah? Like,
I
there's
agree.
more characters that they're not showing in the Google preview for images that, like, you look at and go, okay, I see it. Like, those figures are kind of a good example of, like, a lot of it, too. Like, when I looked at that planet where, like, during the Kylo Ren arc, I keep saying Kylo Ren, same difference, whatever, they both suck. Actually, this is my other thing. Kylo Ren felt like Genghis Khan. And I kept thinking that throughout.
What?
That felt like such a, like, down to the look himself. They tried to make a Star Wars version of Genghis Khan. And it's weird. And then they just looked and went, Kylo Ren, there we go.
I don't think I have anything else to say
I have
about
nothing
droids.
else to say about
I honestly
this
think
show.
this is going to be a really short episode.
It's forgettable. All right, let's go into the other half then.
I loved Ewoks.
Okay, this is more episodic, if you will.
Yes, this is episodic. This is not like a linear story. You don't really have to watch one to watch the next, except for the case of maybe one or two episodes where, like, some returning characters come in.
Yeah. But even then they treat it as, like, nonchalant.
I am obsessed with this theme song. Obsessed. It
is a good theme song.
I literally played it for Benson and Connor when we were in public. Connor liked it. You had some things to say about it.
It was okay. It's a good theme song. It's serviceable. I guess it's okay. You know what I mean?
It was awesome. Go listen to the theme song.
It's okay. It's pretty decent. But I got nothing else to say about the show, too. The fucking... I like the episodic nature. I think it suits better for a non-lore-focused Star Wars series, in my opinion. They all get their time to shine as characters, but it doesn't really change too much forward. I do think this trips out on Endor as a whole. Like, the planet Endor and its ecosystem. I think it trips out as a whole. But, goddamn, I will say the animation is slightly better.
Yeah, there's something really charming about this animation style.
I guess.
I like the muted tones. I like that it's not too in your face, overstimulating. It reminds me of like old school Alvin and the Chipmunks.
A little bit, I guess.
And some of the older Scooby-Doo movies like Ghoul School.
Okay, that I see more specifically. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like something I kept on saying in Jim Henson is it felt very warm and comforting and like you're revisiting an old friend, even though you've never really experienced this before. I felt the same thing with the starting of the show.
Yeah. That's a good analysis, I feel like. I mean, there is something comforting, I guess. It kind of reminds me of Gummy Bears. The Adventures of Gummy Bears by Disney or whatever.
I don't know if I know that show.
You might know that show. I don't know. It's an older show, too. But this show is okay. Like, I feel like it wasn't as funny, even though it was trying to be funny.
Oh, I thought it was funny. There were a couple times that I laughed out loud, and I really like the characters in this one. So
Okay.
we have the main characters. We have Wicket.
From Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
Mr.
And
Chooks himself.
we have Nisa, who is Wicket's love interest.
I can tell you right now, they probably based Gungan talk off of that.
We have Tebow, who is their friend, and then Lutara, who has a crush on Tebow in the first season, but then they kind of switch in the second season where Lutara isn't interested in Tebow, but
I
Tebow's
do know about
in her.
that lore, like, weird shift in this show.
It was a little weird, but we'll talk about the changes in season 2 in a minute, because I have thoughts.
Okay.
Then we have the Dulogs, who are the really stupid, like, henchman villain. Like, they're villains, but they're not the main villains.
It's so weird. They're weird.
And then Morag is, like, the overarching villain, and she's, like, mainly where I think of Scooby-Doo Ghoul School.
Yeah.
She reminds me of the villain in that a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair, actually. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch all this, obviously, like, no shit. But I also don't feel like, even if I watched it all, I have a lot to say. It's decent. It's very kid cartoon-esque, where, like, there's a theme at the end of it all. Like, yeah, equality, except not really, because we're not going to learn anything by teaching these kids, especially this girl, how to save our tree from dying. And I think there's an episode about a gang in there. Typical 80s fashion, saving from gangs. Might as well talk about drugs while we're at it. Fucking, I don't know. But it's serviceable. It's the better of the two, but it's serviceable for me.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, this is definitely character-based, and I think that's something that I look for throughout this is, like in any media that I watch, is character-based shows.
Okay.
And I think this is really cute. It's one that I could put on again and rewatch. I don't think I would rewatch Droids if I had to.
I don't know if I'd say it's character-based. It's antics-based.
Yeah, a little bit
more. It's more antics-based. Like, yeah, there's some development, quote unquote, but at the end of the day, it is a typical kids cartoon, and like shit happens, and then you just go about your merry way.
I would say it's family friendly, not necessarily a kids show.
That's a fair point, I guess. What makes you say that?
Well, because they change it to be more kid friendly in the second season.
Oh, this is where you say they pull the wubulus.
But not yet.
Okay.
Episodes 8 and 9. They were the ones that I wanted you to watch, but I don't think you got around to it before we had to film.
Okay.
There's something going on with the audio in that
I think I watched clips of it.
Yeah, I think I'll show it to you after we film this. But there's something going on with the audio there, because it is way overpowering everything else.
Oh, wait, no, I have seen clips of this. I didn't get to watch full episodes, but I watched clips of Ewoks to get a general basis. Yeah, again, this goes back to the production value. They were just too much to make, and they had such a shitty budget to begin with. I mean, this is just, it's not well put together technically at all.
Yeah.
It was to shovel merchandise, and it's stupid.
And yeah, I heard that like in the episodes, and I'm like, is this something that has been going on this whole time and I just haven't noticed it? Like, what the fuck is happening? No, it's literally just those 2 episodes. The sound effects, the music is like competing with the dialogue to the point where I was really, really close to just turning off the show.
Yeah.
But I kept going, wanted to finish it. Thankfully, it was only those 2 episodes, because I don't think I would have
Could it
finished the
also
show.
just be like a streaming thing? Like,
It definitely could have been, but
I
I
don't
don't
know.
see how it happens with only 2 episodes.
Well, that's weird, I mean, some episodes aren't well kept as others. I mean, this is an old show, remember? There's not a lot of media for this. Like, I'm not saying that's the excuse or the reason, but it is something to keep in mind. Some episodes do not transcribe as well as others, but it is weird it's just those 2, in my opinion. I think the Dulogs were so stupid in this. They don't even look like original aliens. I'm sorry. Nothing about that screamed original.
No.
You took 13 from Final Fantasy VII and made it green. Good job.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like the minor villains. They work for Morag, but we see them a lot more than we see her.
So they might as well be the main at that point.
Yeah, she's like the overarching villain. She's the one that plans everything, and like they're the ones like enacting it, but they think they're in charge. Really, she knows she's in charge. But even she disappears after season 1. Well, she doesn't disappear. We do have like a conclusion with her. They do end up kind of killing her off. So then in season 2, they don't really have like an overarching villain. They just have like different villains with mainly the Dulogs, which is fine. But I think it's more interesting when you have like a main villain that's kind of in the background.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But, like, I feel like that would be a better episodic. You switch everything around. Like, you switch the plot points or the ideas around then, if that's the case. Like, you can have the overarching shadow villain in Droids, and then have the episodic adventures in Ewoks with no main villain, but, like, a bunch of different villains. Which, I guess they do still in Ewoks a bit, but the Duloks are still the main villain. They are all the main villains still. And you just don't get that satisfaction. Like, it's like basically, again, going back to it, it's He-Man. It's He-Man again,
He-Man.
No, honey, no Ghostbusters 2. We're on media franchise. We're caught up on that. But I don't know. Again, I just feel like they just took the basics of a cartoon without understanding what makes cartoons successful and just used it to shill merchandise. I didn't walk away very strongly opinion about these. They just exist, and they're a decent dime, I guess.
Yeah.
Nothing I'm going to go back to, but I don't know.
I'd go back to Ewoks.
I mean, you're also impartial to the Ewoks, though.
All right, and some of their dialogue from the movies is in this. Obviously, they talk. Like, they have words. We can understand them.
They talk English, yeah.
But then they also have, like, their little slang, like their yub-dub.
They do have yub-dub.
They do say, like, chukiyuki.
Chukiyuki.
They say a couple of things that, like, are funny that you have seen in the movies.
Yeah. That's fair, actually. I don't know.
And then in season 2, they pulled a Wubulus.
Oh, boy.
They pulled a Wubulus.
I do know about season 2's changes.
If you did not watch our episode on the Wubulus world of Dr. Seuss for Jim Henson Month, pulling a Wubulus means they change the trajectory of a show to make it more kid-friendly.
Very, very young kid-friendly.
And that's what they did to this one. They changed my theme song.
They did.
They changed my fucking theme song.
She's very upset.
I was very upset. Listen, I didn't hate the theme song that they changed it to. It was cute, more kid-friendly. But I loved the first theme song so fucking much. They changed the animation style to make it more kid-friendly to the point where characters didn't look the same. Like, you got the general idea of who they were, but they changed Wicket completely.
Yeah, they did.
They changed TiVo. Like, it just didn't... I didn't like that part, because I'm like, how am I... if I watched season 1 and then immediately went into season 2 and you did not tell me that was Wicket, I would say, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's fair.
And most of the episodes went from being 23 minutes to 24 minutes to 11 or 12 minutes, with the exception of 4 episodes that they kept 24 minutes.
Ugh. Yeah.
So
they 2 stories in one. Got
yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It just was a weird change to do. These were not bad changes. But I just didn't think that they were necessary.
Yeah. No, they weren't. But they were desperate, I think, honestly, more than anything. So, I mean...
Well, I mean, they had to cancel Droids, which started at the same time as Ewoks, which I didn't do any research on why Ewoks was canceled.
It was probably just production cost, too. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I think I did a little research. I think it is because of that, too. Like, it just... Production value, more than anything. And probably just not being popular.
Due to low ratings.
There it is.
And planned sequels for live-action Ewok films also didn't happen.
There it is. That's it. You know, it just didn't perform well. I don't think anybody cared about the Ewoks. I don't even think people liked the Ewoks as much back in the 80s when they first were made anyways. They were just merchandise pushers. And it was the wrong type of merchandise pushing in general. So, I see why it didn't perform well, though, because, quite frankly, it's a they didn't know what made a good show. They just wanted to get something out there, and it didn't work at all.
Yeah, I don't even know if obviously they were Ewoks in this one, but because I was associating it with, like, shows that I grew up with, like Alvin and the Chipmunks, like, I don't even think it, like, registered that this was a Star Wars production.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It just felt cheap and tried to be a Frankenstein of what made everything good back then for a show without knowing what the hell made it actually good to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, I still enjoyed it. I thought it was cute.
It's okay.
But, yeah, I think the changes definitely killed it.
Yeah. Yeah, they sure did, all right. They sure did. It's a wobulous. Is there anything else you want to say about this show? Because I honestly don't have anything else to say. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I think my favorite episode was probably the one with the traveling Jindas, because they have,
the circus people?
Yeah, I love a
watch that
good
episode.
circus.
It's all right.
I love a good circus. And then we get a sequel episode with them.
Yeah.
Where we find out why they constantly get lost all the time, and the Ewoks end up saving them from that. So that was really cute, too.
Shocker there.
Do you have any questions for me?
No. There's nothing important to this show that makes me want to ask a burning question.
Yeah.
There's nothing that pushes anything forward. It's a cute episodic series, but I don't even think it does being episodic right. I'm walking away, and I probably won't remember what I did watch a month from now. It was such a flop.
I liked it, though. I didn't like Droids as much. It was alright, but I liked Ewoks. I would watch it again.
I don't have anything to say about these shows. That's it for me.
Alright, that is totally fair. Honestly, this is probably our shortest episode
Yeah,
ever.
world record. Shout out Droids and Ewoks for that, I guess.
I knew going into it I wasn't going to have a lot to say, but I thought you would be my filler.
No, again, there's nothing important to these shows.
I know, but usually you ask me questions,
Then
it makes me think.
There's nothing to think about this show. It's, hey, Wookiee go Chookie. And then R2 go, what? There's nothing to say about him. It drives me batty to, like, try to think about something, but there's nothing.
Yeah, that is so fair.
I got nothing else. Are we ready to just move on to our next shows? Because I have nothing else.
Yeah, this episode is going to be, like, under 20 minutes.
I love it. That's easy. I'll take it. Welcome to your preview or baby's first Star Wars show. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of it all.
All right. So, our next episode, if you're following along with us, we are watching another 2 shows. One of them is a
anthology series. Star Wars Visions.
Which I do have opinions on anthologies in general. We'll talk about that next episode. The other one is The Acolyte.
Because we didn't really know where else to put it.
Yeah.
It's like it's a High Republic type of show. Yeah. That's it.
After that episode, which we'll talk about in the next episode, we are going to take a little break to do a Christmas episode.
Yippee.
So if you have any Christmas movies that you think we should catch up on, let us know in the comments below. That can be your question for this episode.
Yeah. Also, what was your favorite of the 2, I guess?
If you watched them.
I have no idea what to say about these. I'm glad you enjoyed them. I'm going to walk away and be like, all right, that was fun. And then never see it again.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us in this very short episode of the Catch-Up Corner.
World record.
We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.